salty currents pull. Empty spaces make the spirit full, leaving all the heavy weight behind. No more maps to trace or clocks to wind. Every anchor broken in the storm, finding safety where the waves are warm. Letting go of things I could not save, sinking down beneath the cresting wave, carried by the rolling heavy sea. No direction left to guide my feet, floating where the salty currents pull. Empty spaces make the spirit full. Salty wind is whispering my name. Nothing in the ocean stays the same. Watching shorelines fade into the gray, letting currents wash the grief away. Letting go of things I could not save, sinking down beneath the cresting wave, carried by the rolling heavy sea. No direction left to guide my feet, floating where the salty currents pull. Empty spaces make the spirit full. No resistance to the pulling deep, only promises I do not keep. Peace is found when you surrender all, listening to the distant waters call, carried by the rolling heavy sea. No direction left to guide my feet, floating where the salty currents pull. Empty spaces make the spirit full. Midnight shadows on the wooden floor, creaking floorboards near the kitchen shelf, reaching up on tiptoe in the dark, searching for a tiny hidden spark. Quiet footsteps in the silent room, stealing sweetness from the dusty gloom. Sugared berries wrapped in silver paper, fading like a summer morning vapor. Guilty pleasure a stolen night, tasting magic out of reach and sight. Jar of cherries on the highest rack, knowing there is no returning back. Sticky fingers on the porcelain plate, hurrying before it gets too late. Quiet footsteps in the silent room, stealing sweetness from the dusty gloom. Sugared berries wrapped in silver paper, fading like a summer morning vapor. Guilty pleasure on a stolen night, tasting magic out of reach and sight. Years have passed, but I still feel the thrill, standing in that kitchen cold and still. Simple hunger for a little grace, locked inside that warm, forgotten space. Sugar berries wrapped in silver paper, fading like a summer morning vapor. Guilty pleasure on a stolen night, tasting magic out of reach and sight. Treading on the gravel and the clay, 10 long hours in the fading day. Scratches on the surface, worn and deep, secrets that the heavy leather keeps. Every step a story of the grind, leaving all the weary miles behind. Stitches holding through the dust and rain, silent partners in the daily pain. Stronger than the rocky road ahead, walking where the timid fear to tread. Honest marks of labor on the soul, every single journey made us whole. Resting by the porch when evening falls, listening as the quiet twilight calls. Scuffed and battered, but they never break, for the honest choices that we make. Stronger than the rocky road ahead, walking where the timid fear to tread. Honest marks of labor on the soul. Every single journey made us whole. Others seek the polished and the new, but these old companions stayed so true, carrying the weight of who I am, far beyond the city and the den. Stronger than the rocky road ahead, walking where the timid fear to tread. Honest marks of labor on the soul. Every single journey made us whole. Sitting at the table, pouring tea, looking at the lines only we can see, faint gray fractures on the painted rim, where the golden pattern started to get dim. But we never throw the pieces out. Through the years of certainty and doubt, mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Every single crack is where we grew. Older love is better than the new. Mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Sipping slowly as the morning wakes, laughing at the simple small mistakes, handle mended by a steady hand. Only we can truly understand. But we never throw the pieces out. Through the years of certainty and doubt, mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Every single crack is where we grew. Older love is better than the new. Mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Flawless things are easy to replace, but we find our beauty in this space, held together by a quiet vow. Even more than then, we need it now. Mended with a thread of holding tight, Chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild without a single care. Shoes abandoned on the sandy shore, we don't need those rules anymore. Salty moisture clinging to our skin, this is where the summer nights begin. Plunging down into the midnight deep, leaving all our worries fast asleep. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild without a single care. Dripping wet and laughing on the edge, sitting on the weathered wooden ledge. Stars are silent but we make our noise, finding balance in our fragile poise. Plunging down into the midnight deep, leaving all our worries fast asleep. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild without a single care. Minutes frozen in the chilly air, no one else could find us way out there. Just the timber and the heavy ocean swell, more than any words could ever tell. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild without a single care. Gray cement as far as eyes can see, hardened ground where nothing used to be, but a tiny speck of stubborn green pushes through the heavy dark machine, reaching for the moisture in the air, finding life when nobody would care. Petals blooming on the stony street, growing tall beneath the rushing feet. Yellow blossoms breaking through the floor. We don't need a garden anymore. We don't need a garden anymore. Heavy rain is falling on the town, trying hard to wash the seedling down, but the roots are anchored deep below, using every drop to help it grow. Reaching for the moisture in the air, finding life when nobody would care. Petals blooming on the stony street, growing tall beneath the rushing feet. Yellow blossoms breaking through the floor. We don't need a garden anymore. We don't need a garden anymore. If a flower conquers solid stone, surely I can make it on my own. Every barrier is made to break for the beautiful path we choose to take. Choose to take. Petals blooming on the stony street, growing tall beneath the rushing feet. Yellow blossoms breaking through the floor. We don't need a garden anymore. We don't need a garden anymore. Wandering the narrow, dusty lane, where the foreign voices call in vain. Baskets filled with powder, red and brown, in the center of this ancient town. Biting into something rich and sweet, standing in the middle of the street. Warmth is spreading fast inside my chest, putting all my memories to the test. Cinnamon is burning on my tongue, bringing back the days when we were young. Sharp and spicy, lingering and deep, awake from any ordinary sleep. Cinnamon is burning. Cinnamon is burning. southern breeze still blows. One small bite can cross 1,000 miles, turning all my heavy sighs to smiles. Cinnamon is burning on my tongue, bringing back the days when we were young. Sharp and spicy, lingering and deep, awake from any ordinary sleep. Cinnamon is burning. Cinnamon is burning. Climbing up the narrow creaking stair, dusty cobwebs hanging in the air. In the corner sits a leather chest, where the family secrets came to rest. Lifting up the rusty iron latch, hoping for a memory to catch. Yellow pages filled with faded ink, closer to the past than we could think. Notes that Granddad wrote so long ago, melodies that only angels know. Tattered sheets of music in my hand, songs of some forgotten northern land, written in a dark and troubled year, written through the sorrow and the fear. Lifting up the rusty iron latch, hoping for a memory to catch. Yellow pages filled with faded ink, closer to the past than we could think. Notes that Granddad wrote so long ago, melodies that only angels know. Now the chords are ringing in my head, speaking words that he had never said. History is breathing in this space, time is frozen in this dusty place. Yellow pages filled with faded ink, closer to the past than we could think. Notes that Granddad wrote so long ago, melodies that only angels know. knowing that the final hour has come, looking at the house where I was born, in the chilly quiet of the morn, gravel crunching underneath the wheel, hard to describe the emptiness I feel. Tears are gathering inside my eyes, underneath the cold and heavy canopy. Silhouettes are waving from the gate. Silhouettes are waving, small and dark against the hand of fate, fading slower as the distance grows, where this lonely highway goes. Who knows? Hand on the steering wheel, I keep my gaze, staring forward through the morning haze. But my mind is lingering behind, with the only peace I'll ever find. Silhouettes are waving from the gate. Silhouettes are waving, small and dark against the hand of fate, fading slowly as the distance grows, where this lonely highway goes. Who knows? Why do we always have to run away, leaving everything we wish to say? Only mirror shows the things we lose, choosing paths we never wanted to choose. Silhouettes are waving from the gate. Silhouettes are waving, small and dark against the hand of fate, fading slowly as the distance grows, where this lonely highway goes. Who knows? Sitting on the rug with wool and thread, sitting on the rug with wool and thread, trying to arrange the words you said. But the colors mix and run astray, like the worries of another day. Knots are tightening inside my mind, answers that I never seem to find, like a tangled ball of dusty yarn, rolling on the floor behind the barn. Every thread is twisted in a complicated days, lost inside these complicated days, pulling on a string to make it straight. Only makes it tighter, filled with weight. Fingers weary from the constant strain, working through the puzzle in my brain. Knots are tightening inside my mind, answers that I never seem to find, like a tangled ball of dusty yarn, rolling on the floor behind the barn. Every thread is twisted in a maze, lost inside these complicated days, lost inside these complicated days. Maybe I should take the scissors out, cut away the worry and the doubt, start again with something clean and new. But I still wanna save this thread with you. I still wanna save this thread with you. Like a tangled ball of dusty yarn, rolling on the floor behind the barn. Every thread is twisted in a maze, lost inside these complicated days, lost inside these complicated days. Sun is sinking low behind the hill. Every noisy street is growing still. Shadows stretching long across the floor. No one is demanding anymore. Sitting in the rocking chair at last, thinking of the decades fading fast. Not with sorrow, not with heavy sighs, just the quiet closing of the eyes. Muted tones of purple and of gray, softly washing all the noise away. Peace is settling on the tired land, holding winter gently in our hand. Every battle fought has found its end. Time has turned into a quiet friend. No more trophies left for us to chase. face. Muted tones of purple and of gray, softly washing all the noise away. Peace is settling on the tired land, holding winter gently in our hand. Let the night come folding like a sheet, cooling down the summer's burning heat. We have run our race and done our best. Now it is our season for the rest. Muted tones of purple and of gray, softly washing all the noise away. Peace is settling on the tired land, holding winter gently in our hand. Stepping off the crowded evening train, walking through the cold and misty rain. But the coat I wear is warm enough, though the winter wind is blowing rough. Holding tight to what I bought tonight, hurry home before the evening fade. Rustling paper bags in my embrace, bringing smiles to every little face. Warm sweet bread and roasted chestnuts hot, counting all the blessings that I got. Up the stairs and knock upon the entry, knocking on the wood to let them see. Smell of butter drifting through the hall, shadows dancing on the living wall. Holding tight to what I bought tonight, hurry home before the evening fade. Rustling paper bags in my embrace, bringing smiles to every little face. Warm sweet bread and roasted chestnuts hot, counting all the blessings that I got. Simple things are what we treasure most, toasting with a simple evening toast. Love is in the crinkle of the brow, best return in this noisy town. Rustling paper bags in my embrace, bringing smiles to every little face. Warm sweet bread and roasted chestnuts hot, counting all the blessings that I got. Searching through the clutter of the past, found a heavy object made to last. Metal cold and yellow in my hand, something I was not to understand. Hidden underneath the letters old, where the private tragedies unfold. Teeth of brass are waiting for the turn, secrets that I probably should burn. Brass keys waiting in the dusty drawer, opening the things we can't ignore. Locked diaries of a forgotten crime, buried in the dusty sands of time. Should I turn the lock and peek inside, see the tears that she had tried to hide? Every family has a quiet ghost, living in the things we hide the most. Brass keys waiting in the dusty drawer, opening the things we can't ignore. Locked diaries of a forgotten crime, buried in the dusty sands of time. Curiosity is pulling strong, wondering if finding out is wrong. Once you turn the lock, you cannot close. How the bitter wind of memory blows. Brass keys waiting in the dusty drawer, opening the things we can't ignore. Locked diaries of a forgotten crime, buried in the dusty sands of time. Fields of clover in the humid night, chasing after every tiny spark. Jar of glass held tightly in my hand, running through the sleepy summer land. Just a flicker in the heavy green, prettiest thing that we had ever seen. Chasing the last firefly of June, underneath the cold and yellow moon, hoping we could keep the magic near before the summer disappeared. Feet wet with early morning dew, looking back to when the world was new. Only one small insect left to find, leaving all our heavy thoughts behind. Just a flicker in the heavy green, prettiest thing that we had ever seen. Chasing the last firefly of June, underneath the cold and yellow moon, hoping we could keep the magic near before the summer disappeared. Now we sit in offices of stone, staring at the screens all on our own, wishing we could run across the lawn, searching for the magic that is gone. Chasing the last firefly of June, underneath the cold and yellow moon, hoping we could keep the magic near before the summer disappeared. The city sleeps in silent gray. The noisy crowds have gone away. I step outside to breathe the air, with frozen thoughts and messy hair. Midnight on the cold veranda floor, I do not seek the answers anymore. Just the wind against my face in this quiet, empty space. My hands are wrapped around the mug. I miss the warmth of your hug, but tonight I need to stand alone to face the fears I have grown. Midnight on the cold veranda floor, I do not seek the the cold veranda floor. I do not seek the answers anymore. Just the wind against my face in this quiet, empty space. Standing still beneath the quiet stars, healing from the old and hidden scars. Midnight on the cold veranda floor. Peace is mine forevermore. Carried by the rolling heavy sea, no direction left to guide my feet. Floating where the salty currents pull, empty spaces make the spirit full. Leaving all the heavy weight behind. No more maps to trace or clocks to wind. Every anchor broken in the storm, finding safety where the waves are warm. Letting go of things I could not save, sinking down beneath the cresting wave. Carried by the rolling heavy sea, no direction left to guide my feet. Floating where the salty currents pull, empty spaces make the spirit full. Salty wind is whispering my name. Nothing in the ocean stays the same. Watching shorelines fade into the gray, letting currents wash the grief away. Letting go of things I could not save, sinking down beneath the cresting wave. Carried by the rolling heavy sea, no direction left to guide my feet. Floating where the salty currents pull, empty spaces make the spirit full. No resistance to the pulling deep, only promises I do not keep. Peace is found when you surrender all, listening to the distant waters call. Carried by the rolling heavy sea, no direction left to guide my feet. Floating where the salty currents pull, empty spaces make spirit fall. Midnight shadows on the wooden floor, creaking floorboards near the kitchen shelf, reaching up on tiptoe in the dark, searching for a tiny hidden spark. Quiet footsteps in the silent room, stealing sweetness from the dusty gloom. Sugared berries wrapped in silver paper, fading like a summer morning vapor. Guilty pleasure on a stolen night, tasting magic out of reach and sight. Jar of cherries on the highest rack, knowing there is no returning back. Sticky fingers on the porcelain plate, hurrying before it gets too late. Quiet footsteps in the silent room, stealing sweetness from the dusty gloom. Sugared berries wrapped in silver paper, fading like a summer morning vapor. Guilty pleasure on a stolen night, tasting magic out of reach and sight. Years have passed, but I still feel the thrill, standing in that kitchen cold and still. Simple hunger for a little grace, locked inside that warm, forgotten space. Sugared berries wrapped in silver paper, fading like a summer morning vapor. Guilty pleasure on a stolen night, tasting magic out of reach and sight. Treading on the gravel and the clay, 10 long hours in the fading day. Scratches on the surface, worn and deep, secrets that the heavy leather keeps. Every step a story of the grind, leaving all the weary miles behind. Stitches holding through the dust and rain, silent partners in the daily pain. Stronger than the rocky road ahead, walking where the timid fear to tread. Honest marks of labor on the soul, every single journey made us whole. Resting by the porch when evening falls, listening as the quiet twilight calls. Scuffed and battered, but they never break, for the honest choices that we make. Stronger than the rocky road ahead, walking where the timid fear to tread. Honest marks of labor on the soul, every single journey made us whole. Others seek the polished and the new, but these old companions stayed so true, carrying the weight of who I am, far beyond the city and the den. Stronger than the rocky road ahead, walking where the timid fear to tread. Honest marks of labor on the soul, every single journey made us whole. Sitting at the table, pouring tea, looking at the lines only we can see, faint gray fractures on the painted rim, where the golden pattern started to get dim. But we never throw the pieces out. Through the years of certainty and doubt, mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Every single crack is where we grew. Older love is better than the new. Mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Sipping slowly as the morning wakes, laughing at the simple small mistakes, handle mended by a steady plays out through the years of certainty and doubt, mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Every single crack is where we grew. Older love is better than the new, knit with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Flawless things are easy to replace, but we find our beauty in this space, held together by a quiet vow. Even more than then, we need it now, mended with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Every single crack is where we grew. Older love is better than the new, knit with a thread of holding tight, warming up the cold and chilly night. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild without a single care. Shoes abandoned on the sandy shore. We don't need those rules anymore. Salty moisture clinging to our skin. This is where the summer nights begin, plunging down into the midnight deep, leaving all our worries fast asleep. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild without a single care. Dripping wet and laughing on the edge, sitting on the weathered wooden ledge. Stars are silent but we make our noise, finding balance in our fragile poise, plunging down into the midnight deep, leaving all our worries fast asleep. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line, cold wind rushing through our memories. single care. Minutes frozen in the chilly air. No one else could find us way out there. Just the timber and the heavy ocean swell, more than any words could ever tell. Sensing every splinter in the pine, chasing where the water meets the line. Cold wind rushing through our messy hair, young and wild, without a single care. Gray cement as far as eyes can see, hardened ground where nothing used to be, but a tiny speck of stubborn green pushes through the heavy, dark machine, reaching for the moisture in the air. Nobody would care. Petals blooming on the stony street, growing tall beneath the rushing feet. Yellow blossoms breaking through the floor. We don't need a garden. Heavy rain is falling on the town, trying hard to wash the seedling down, but the roots are anchored deep below, using every drop to help it grow, reaching for the moisture in the air. When nobody would care. Petals blooming on the stony street, growing tall beneath the rushing feet. Yellow blossoms breaking through the floor. We don't need a garden anymore. We don't need a garden anymore. If a flower conquers solid stone, surely I can make it on my own. Every barrier is made to break for the beautiful path we choose to take. Choose to take. Petals blooming on the stony street, growing tall beneath the rushing feet. Yellow blossoms breaking through the floor. We don't need a garden. We don't need a garden anymore. Wandering the narrow, dusty lane where the foreign voices call in vain. Baskets filled with powder, red and brown, in the center of this ancient town. Biting into something rich and sweet, standing in the middle of the street. Warmth is spreading fast inside my chest, putting all my memories to the test. Cinnamon is burning on my tongue, bringing back the days when we were young. Sharp and spicy, lingering and deep, awake from any ordinary sleep. Cinnamon is burning. Cinnamon is burning. Scent of cloves and cardamom around, lost within this unfamiliar sound. Every corner holds a secret taste, not a single moment goes to waste. Cinnamon is burning on my tongue, bringing back the days when we were young. Sharp and spicy, lingering and deep, awake from any ordinary sleep. Cinnamon is burning. Cinnamon is burning. Take me back to where the river flows, where the spicy southern breeze still blows. One small bite can cross 1,000 miles, turning all my heavy sighs to smiles. Cinnamon is burning on my tongue, bringing back the days when we were young. Sharp and spicy, lingering and deep, awake from any ordinary sleep. Cinnamon is burning. Cinnamon is burning. the corner sits a leather chest where the family secrets came to rest. Lifting up the rusty iron latch, hoping for a memory to catch. Yellow pages filled with faded ink, closer to the past than we could think. Notes that Granddad wrote so long ago, melodies that only angels know. Tattered sheets of music in my hand, songs of some forgotten northern land, written in a dark and troubled year, written through the sorrow and the fear. Lifting up the rusty iron latch, hoping for a memory to catch. Yellow pages filled with faded ink, closer to the past than we could think. Notes that Granddad wrote so long ago, melodies that only angels know. Now the chords are ringing in my head, speaking words that he had never said. History is breathing in this space, time is frozen in this dusty place. Yellow pages filled with faded ink, closer to the past than we could think. Notes that Granddad wrote so long ago, melodies that only angels know. Turning ignition, the engine starts to hum, knowing that the final hour has come. Looking at the house where I was born, in the chilly quiet of the morn. Gravel crunching underneath the wheel, hard to describe the emptiness I feel. Tears are gathering inside my eyes, underneath the cold and heavy canopy. Silhouettes are waving from the gate, silhouettes are waving, small and dark against the hand of fate, fading slower as the distance grows, where this lonely highway goes. Who knows? Hand on the steering wheel, I keep but my mind is lingering behind, with the only peace I'll ever find. Silhouettes are waving from the gate. Silhouettes are waving, small and dark against the hand of fate, fading slowly as the distance grows, where this lonely highway goes. Who knows? Why do we always have to run away, leaving everything we wish to say? Only mirror shows the things we lose, choosing paths we never wanted to choose. Silhouettes are waving from the gate. Silhouettes are waving, small and dark against the hand of fate, fading slowly as the distance grows, where this lonely highway goes. Who knows? Sitting on the rug with wool and thread, sitting on the rug with wool and thread, trying to arrange the words you said, but the colors mix and run astray like the worries of another day. Knots are tightening inside my mind, answers that I never seem to find, like a tangled ball of dusty yarn, rolling on the floor behind the barn. Every thread is twisted in a maze, lost inside these complicated days, lost inside these complicated days, pulling on a string to make it straight. Only makes it tighter, filled with weight. Fingers weary from the constant strain, working through the puzzle in my brain. Knots are tightening inside my mind, answers that I never seem to find, like a tangled ball of dusty yarn, rolling on the floor behind the barn. Every thread is twisted in a maze, lost inside these complicated days, lost inside these complicated days. Maybe I should take the scissors out with you. I still wanna save this thread with you. Like a tangled ball of dusty yarn, rolling on the floor behind the barn. Every thread is twisted in a maze, lost inside these complicated days. Lost inside these complicated days. Sun is sinking low behind the hill. Every noisy street is growing still. Shadows stretching long across the floor. No one is demanding anymore. Sitting in the rocking chair at last, thinking of the decades fading fast. Not with sorrow, not with heavy sighs, just the quiet closing of the eyes. Muted tones of purple and of gray, softly washing all the noise away. Peace is settling on the tired land, holding winter gently in our hand. Every battle fought has found its end. Time has turned into a quiet friend. No more trophies left for us to chase, only comfort in this silent space. Muted tones of purple and of gray, softly washing all the noise away. Peace is settling on the tired land, holding winter gently in our hand. Let the night come folding like a sheet, cooling down the summer's burning heat. We have run our race and done our best. Now it is our season for the rest. Muted tones of purple and of gray, softly washing all the noise away. Peace is settling on the tired land, holding winter gently in our hands. walking through the cold and misty rain, but the coat I wear is warm enough, though the winter wind is blowing rough. Holding tight to what I bought tonight, hurry home before the evening fade. Rustling paper bags in my embrace, bringing smiles to every little face. Warm sweet bread and roasted chestnuts hot, counting all the blessings that I got. Up the stairs and knock upon the entry, knocking on the wood to let them see. Smell of butter drifting through the hall, shadows dancing on the living wall. Holding tight to what I bought tonight, hurry home before the evening fade. Rustling paper bags in my embrace, bringing smiles to every little face. Warm sweet bread and roasted chestnuts hot, counting all the blessings that I got. Simple things are what we treasure most, toasting with a simple evening toast. Love is in the crinkle of the brow, best return in this noisy town. Rustling paper bags in my embrace, bringing smiles to every little face. Warm sweet bread and roasted chestnuts hot, counting all the blessings that I got. Searching through the clutter of the past, found a heavy object made to last. Metal cold and yellow in my hand, something I was not to understand. Hidden underneath the letters old, where the private tragedies unfold. Teeth of brass are waiting for the turn, secrets that I probably should burn. Brass keys waiting in the dusty drawer, opening tears that she had tried to hide. Every family has a quiet ghost living in the things we hide the most. Brass keys waiting in the dusty drawer, opening the things we can't ignore. Locked diaries of a forgotten crime, buried in the dusty sands of time. Curiosity is pulling strong, wondering if finding out is wrong. Once you turn the lock, you cannot close. How the bitter wind of memory blows. Brass keys waiting in the dusty drawer, opening the things we can't ignore. Locked diaries of a forgotten crime, buried in the dusty sands of time. Fields of clover in the humid night, chasing after every tiny spark. Jar of glass held tightly in my hand, running through the sleepy summer land. Just a flicker in the heavy green, prettiest thing that we had ever seen. Chasing the last firefly of June, underneath the cold and yellow moon, hoping we could keep the magic near before the summer disappeared. Bare feet wet with early morning dew, looking back to when the world was new. Only one small insect left to find, leaving all our heavy thoughts behind. Just a flicker in the heavy green, prettiest thing that we had ever seen. Chasing the last firefly of June, underneath the cold and yellow moon, hoping we could keep the magic near before the summer disappeared. Now we sit in offices of stone, staring at the screens all on our own, wishing we could run across the lawn, searching for the magic that is gone. Chasing the last fire disappeared. The city sleeps in silent gray. The noisy crowds have gone away. I step outside to breathe the air with frozen thoughts and messy hair. Midnight on the cold veranda floor. I do not seek the answers anymore. Just the wind against my face in this quiet, empty space. My hands are wrapped around the mug. I miss the warmth of your hug. But tonight I need to stand alone to face the fears I have grown. Midnight on the cold veranda floor. I do not seek the answers anymore. Just the wind against my face in this quiet, empty space. Sometimes we lose the path we made, watching all the colors slowly fade. But in the dark I find my peace, as all the heavy burden cease. Midnight on the cold veranda floor. I do not seek the answers anymore.